We want to welcome everybody out tonight to Studio 5 Alive. Thank you for coming, everybody. We have some amazing performers for you this evening, and we are so blessed to have their talent here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Who knew, right? Salt Lake City has been put on the map with a lot of the contests, we won't say their names. But,
No.
But a lot of the contests that are going on, so, we've been put on the map. We have such amazing talent here in Salt Lake City that we wanted to be able to share them with you out there. So I hope you enjoy this evening. It's going to be streaming live every Friday night from 7 until 9. And hey, if you've got a talent and you're in the Salt Lake City area, come on down to our show right here.
Yeah, exactly. Come on out.
Okay, so we will not let you wait any further. We have our first act for this evening, which is
Jake.
Ulysses. Did I say it right, Jake?
Yes, you did.
Jake Ulysses.
All right, Jake, come on up.
This first song is called Many Waters. Take my hand and I'll turn you red, take you to the sky above. Come with me, dear, we'll make our bed. Many waters can't quench love. The earth is shaking and people shout, don't know what they're thinking of. I believe we can work this out. Many waters can't quench love. Wake everyone, it's drowning land, stretched in a long thin line. Return my love, let your outstretched hand come gently rest in mine. Come gently rest in mine. Clouds are breaking and I return. Take me back and lift me up. Taking stock of what we've learned. Many waters can't quench love. Drink the sunlight and breathe the rain. Take it till it fills you up. I know, my dear, that it sounds insane. Many waters can't quench love. Whoa, wake everyone, it's a drowning land, stretched in a long thin line. Return my love, let your outstretched hand come gently rest in mine. Come gently rest in mine. Wait for peace, but it comes too late. With you now, it's enough. Tried to run, but it's not my fate. Many waters can't quench love. Wake everyone, it's a drowning land, stretched in a long thin line. much. The next song is called Wind. You wait in the rain, something to shine. Your world is a blur. You know there's a way, a path you can find. If only there were. Elusive and wild, the wind hits your skin. Your knees hit the sand. Too early to tell, too late to be safe. You can't understand. The wind rushes in, and like it or not, you're moving around. You can't tell the place from which it was struck, the way you were bound now. Oh, your head over heels, this has to be right. You wish you could know. Too early to say, too late to hold back. You're there, so you go. The wind rushes in, and like it or not, you're moving around. You can't tell the place from which it was struck, the way you were bound now. The wind rushes in, and like it or not, you're moving around. You can't tell the place from which it was struck, the way you were bound now. Oh. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't have a title for the next one, so I'm going to call it Alone in My Room So Long That I Don't Do Anything Meaningful, But I Wish My Life Meant Something. It's more than a feeling, it's not just a fairy tale ending. Steady and lucid, can't over. It all works out the same every time. And I can't bear to come out even. But all the signs belie the prize. The mirror shines and blinds the eyes. I ought to know. I ought to know. I ought to know. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's pick you back up here, Jake. So,
Okay,
thank you very much for coming tonight.
sure.
And can you tell everybody where we can find you online? Do you have anything online or?
Great. Now I have to-
Facebook or-
I have to have stuff online. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
I have to record still, and I need money for that. So, give me money.
Looking for a producer for
Yeah.
now?
Friend me on Facebook and give me money. So.
Okay. Okay, and you can also see these songs again. They're going to be reposted on YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
And you can find me on YouTube and on Studio 5 a lot.
Okay,
Excellent.
great.
Thank you,
you so
Jake.
much. Next up, we have Nathan Dobbin, and he's going to be performing a monologue.
Excuse me, hello, all you friendly American football players. Sorry to interrupt you while you ever so gracefully inhale your corn dogs and tater tots, but it has come to my attention that I have come to an athlete camp, not a mathlete camp. And while I do enjoy your painfully brute way of smashing into each other, I do not fit in as well as I would at a math camp. However, I would like to lend some insight on the game you're currently engaged in called football. You see, you've got it all wrong. Ow! Those corn dog sticks really hurt. Okay, but as I was saying, I'm sure you would all make it to the MLS if you only knew how to play the game right. You see, in England, we call it football because you kick the ball with your foot. You do not, with the way you Americans do it, throw the silly little thing you call a pigskin with your hands. However, without further ado, I would like to present the official rules and the correct way to play the game of football. Hey, there is no food throwing allowed in the pavilion, all right? No, put that chair down, put the chair down. No, don't, ow! Now that hurt!
And let's give a round of applause for Miss Tori.
All right, hi, I'm Tori Cody, and this first song that I want to play for you, it's actually my most recent work, inspired by Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. This is Pauper's Drive. a truce to the strain. For my soul it is sad to think that a heart in humanity clad could make, like the brute, such a desolate end, and depart from the light without. Oh, a truce to the strain. For my soul it is sad to think that a heart in humanity clad could make, like the brute, such a desolate end, and depart from the light without leaving a friend. He's only a pauper whom nobody owes. All right, so this next song I had to play for you, it's a little bit of an older piece, but it's called Soldier On. Sail away onto new terrain. Bullets fall with blame, making filthy stains you throw away with your broken name. All the love you made and all the lives you've played, falling deeper. Aren't you a sleeper, growing colder, a fallen soldier? Eat away with those hungry chains, the memories drained. Oh, this is why you trained to sail away, pervading through the glade. Slowly taking aim are the faces that fame, falling deeper. Aren't you a sleeper, growing colder, a dying soldier? Big black coat on a little white rabbit, the businessman who used to have it, put it on too high to have it and rule the world. Big black coat on a dirty white rabbit, the selfish man who used to have it, bare their arms and teeth but can't scare this young girl who has been marching proud against the pain. Mustard gas and acid rain, wearing her heart on that green sleeve. So when all the fame and glory fade, it's raw battle, no charade. There's not a reason to retreat. Bare their arms and teeth but can't scare this young girl, 'cause I'm digging deeper. I am no sleeper, growing older, a lonely soldier, digging deeper. I am no sleeper, so this last song I have prepared for you is also one of my most recent works, and it is called Pyromantic. Yes, I know what is good for you. Yes, I know what is good for you. Please pick up that gun. I know who I was for you. Yes, I know who I was for you. Yes, I know who I was for you. But now that is done, and there's a man at my gate, and he's calling my name. I don't know what to say as he beckons a flame. There's a man in my pain, and you stare, stay the same. My matchbox boy, matchbox boy, matchbox boy, matchbox boy. I could be your bridge, I could be your witch. Just be sure to burn me when you're done, when you're done. 'Cause you could be my lighter fluid love and start a scarlet storm. Just be sure to burn me, I could use that warmth. I know how to deal with you, yes, I know how to deal with you, yes, I know how to deal with you, ace by ace, and I know what I did for you, yes, I know what I did for you, yes, I know what I did for you, case by case, but there's a man at my gate, and he's calling my name. Now I know what to say as I hark to the flame. There's a man in my pain, and you stare, stay the same. My matchbox boy, matchbox boy, matchbox boy, matchbox boy. I could be your bridge, I could be your witch. Just be sure to burn me when you're done, when you're done. 'Cause you could be my lighter fluid love and start a scarlet storm. Just be sure to burn me, I could use that warmth. 'Cause you had lost me in the drain, down the sink like wasted paint. You washed me out like a stain, neath the glint of the flint to give me purpose again. At the edge of abyss, I'm taking up in an arsonistic twist with a pyromantic kiss, pyromantic bliss. My pyromantic arsonist, burn me, so I won't yearn. Burn me, so I will learn.
This is Tori Cody, everybody. Nice. So, where can we find you?
I actually do have a Facebook page called The 11th Hour, and that's hour spelled HR, and you can find a lot of my work there, and I'd really appreciate it.
All right, so you can add her at the 11th hour,
HR.
HR, for the hour. And you have your work online and other songs that you've done?
Yes, I do.
All right, okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up we have Becky Bryan and Sean Stafford.
Excellent.
This psychiatry thing reminds me of confession. People lie in confession, you know that?
I know they do.
You know, people are just liars. They like to be the stars in their own little movies.
That's an interesting observation.
Do you lie?
Why do you?
No. I'm asking if you lie.
Honesty isn't synonymous with truth.
Yeah, you lie. So tell me, is it to try to help somebody? Or to get somewhere personally? Or just for the hell of it?
I expect that people do it to keep an even keel.
Huh. So you had a parent who was a drunk.
Did you?
No.
Let's keep this about you, okay?
There was a cop leaving when I came in.
How do you know he was a cop?
Bad haircut, no dress sense, and a slight air of scumbag entitlement. Do you see cops?
It's part of what I do. I don't normally see cadets who've been kicked out of the academy.
Well, you should get yourself a better job.
Should I?
So tell me something. Did they come in here and cry, these cops of yours?
Sometimes they do. You know, if they're having a hard time at home or if they've had to use their weapon.
Use their weapon? Let me tell you something. They signed up to use their weapon. Most of them. Oh, they've seen enough TV where they know they're supposed to weep if they use their weapon. There is nobody more full of crap than a cop, except for a cop on TV.
I looked through your file and I see that you have a record for assault. What was it like for you in jail?
Oh, you want to hear about the showers?
Did something happen?
Look, you sit there with a mass murderer, and your heart rate is jacked. But your hand, steady. That's one thing I learned about myself in prison. My hand does not shake. Ever.
What do you want from this?
I have to be here.
I know this is part of your parole, but I'm talking about now that you're here, what do you want?
The truth? Valium?
If you lied, you'd have a lot easier chance of getting what you wanted.
And what's that say about what you do for a living?
You know what? I think we need a lot more meetings before we even talk about prescriptions.
All right, look. I'm having panic attacks, all right? You didn't even think to ask about that, did you? Last night, I thought I was having a freaking heart attack. I puked in a trash barrel on the way over here, and I haven't slept in weeks.
Is this true?
Yeah, it's true. I said something true, and I want some pills. And you're just going to close my file? I thought I was supposed to tell the truth. Here.
You
If
are.
only
Yes,
here.
you are.
I come in here against every instinct of privacy, self-reliance that I have, and you're going to send me out on the street to score some smack? It's pathetic. Two pills. Why don't you just give me a bottle of scotch and a handgun to go blow my freaking head off? Are we done with this?
You can leave.
And another thing, hotshot. What if that was a legitimate threat? You think about that for a second. Phone.
Why is it that the last patient of the day is always the hardest?
You're bored, you're tired, and you don't give a crap. It's not rocket science.
Look, I am not just somebody that you have to see to stay out of jail. If you are in distress, I will help you.
What's that?
My card and a prescription for 20 lorazepam.
Isn't it enough to kill myself?
Maybe it is, all right? Now, have I done my job according to your standards? Because according to my standards, you fit the model of a drug-seeking junkie. And you know what? I just too bad if you don't like my initial clinical reaction.
Thank you.
I'm transferring you to another counselor.
Fine.
Good.
Good. So, you want to go get a coffee?
So, I've been looking at your resume and I have a few questions to ask you about your past employment, if it's okay.
No, that's fine. Please fire away.
Okay. Now, you have a quite number of jobs and some of them are just for a few weeks or even few days. Do you have trouble committing to an employer?
No, not at all. I've been very keen to get my feet under the table with all my jobs. The trouble is, well, I've been a victim of prejudice.
Prejudice? Well, that's awful. What kind of prejudice have you experienced?
Well, I have an evil laugh.
I beg your pardon?
I laugh when I get nervous. Fortunately, it's very sinister and reminiscent to cartoon villains and megalomaniacs. tends to unsettle my colleagues.
Oh, well, but your speaking voice is...
It's very light. Someone even say Reedy. I know.
God, that was it? It is a little scary, isn't it? I watch a lot of horror films, and I even met Simon Cowell, but that was just...
Terrifying. Chills you to the very core of your being.
Yes. I almost wet myself just now.
Oh, don't set me off. I'll never make it through this. It's been a nightmare. Every time I get settled in, they let me go.
Well, let me just try to ignore it and assess you solely on your merits, okay? Well, tell me about your last employment of,
A railway station announcer?
Yeah, what happened there?
Amtrak would like to apologize for all the passengers stuck in the deep, dark tunnel.
Okay, well, what about before then?
I was a children's entertainer at Chuck E. Cheese.
Why did you leave?
Well, the mouse kind of freaks me out, and every time it sings, my nerves get the best of me, and I can't stop laughing.
Well, I can see the dilemma there. Well, what about before then?
Well, I was a DJ for hospital radio for half a day.
Why only a half day?
Well, I caused 8 strokes and 3 cardiac arrests.
In only a half day?
Well, actually, it was only in 2 hours.
Particularly menacing and dark.
I'm sorry. Should I go? I don't feel like I've been very successful here.
Well, to be honest, I mean, you don't have experience or qualification, and even ignoring your conditions. However, we are desperate, so congratulations, now you're head of the communication for the Republican Party.
All right, everybody, Lily Ito and Fletcher Ford.
Today is gonna be the day that I'm gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I know you heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. Said, I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead us there are winding, and all the lights that show us there are blinding. There are things I'd like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one to save me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. You're my wonderwall. Thank you. So I'm gonna do a little half song. This is original, and then yeah. But I just want to thank everybody, and this one's called Butterfly. You're my butterfly, precious butterfly. And it feels so nice when we're flying high. You're my butterfly, precious butterfly. And it feels so nice when we're flying high. You're the green to my earth. You brought joy to the earth, yeah. When I'm lost, you always hold me. When I'm cold, you always hold me. You're the warmth in my hands. One spark I understand. You're my weakness, but I need this, yeah. And I can't be what you need, 'cause you're my butterfly, precious butterfly. And it feels so nice when we're flying high. You're my butterfly, precious butterfly. And it feels so nice when we're flying high. You're my weakness, but I need this, yeah. And I can't be what you need, 'cause you're my butterfly, precious butterfly. And it feels so nice when we're flying high. You're my butterfly, precious butterfly. And it feels so nice when we're flying high.
Billy Lolohea. Billy, why don't you tell us something that you've been working on right now?
You know, I'm working on a company. I'm working with Indie SLC, and they support independent musicians, anything that's independent, producers, studios, actors, and anything that Sue Rose about. We represent
Yes.
anything that the studio's about. So, yes, I'm happy to be here.
Okay, and where can they find you?
You can go to indieslc.com, or you can just go look up. I'm on Facebook, Indie Billy on Facebook, or Indie SLC on Facebook as well.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you for coming
Thank
out
you.
tonight.
Thank you very much.
I lied. I will now tap dance for you all. Thank you. I can do it around the chair too. And I can sit. So, as Bobby Cody is walking down the stairs and approaching from behind and walking past me, we will take a possible short intermission for like 5 seconds. And anybody else out there who has a song to sing, improv, tap dance, you can come up and I will tap dance with you. Yes? No?
I don't know what to play. I have a few, but let's see. I don't have a title for this one either, so I don't even remember what it's about.
Take the pain upon your shoulder. Don't wave your hands to make me bolder. And I know the tides are turning over. I never thought we'd get it wrong. Not me. talk without a strong opinion. Don't take a breath without a reason. I let you make my bed with roses. Now I really need to get some sleep. It's not me. I feel naked underneath. It's not right. I wanna hold you close tonight. It's not real. It's just the way that it made you feel. It's not right. I still need you by my side. It's not me. I'm still naked underneath. It's not right. I wanna hold you close tonight. It's not real. It's just the way that it made me feel. It's just right. Still need you by my side. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. I am Sue Rowe, and this is
Bobby Cody.
Bobby Cody. Thank you, everybody, for
Yeah,
coming
big round of
tonight.
applause for the talent tonight. It's a great kickoff. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
So we'll be back here next week from 7 until 9. So bring your acts and get them on stage.
Sweet.
And we'll see what else we
Yeah, we'll
can
keep
find
doing
here
this
in
as long
Salt
as
Lake
we
City. All right. We want to just do an open jam now. If anybody wants to stay and play, and everybody can get up on stage and sing, whatever. We have a few extra minutes, so hey.
Hang out, have a good time. Mingle, mingle, people.
Thank you for coming.